Hi guys. I've been busy all morning. I haven't picked up the camera once. A lot of phone calls, a lot of texting, a lot of all that stuff. But I made a new friend, so that's kind of cool. So, yeah. I am going out. I have been out already today. It's been kind of rainy. And so I was inside doing things like ironing shirts and putting up some knickknacks and that kind of thing. So I thought I'd come on out here because last night we sorted through our black Australops and put some laying hens that we were going to part with, and I put also a couple of my two Rhode Island Reds in there. They're a year older than the black Australops, but didn't hear a lot of ruckus out here. I think it's more just the birds are happy the rain stopped, so they're all flying about making noise. But I want to make sure I didn't have some predator testing my security system here. So yeah, all the chickens this morning in the other coop, they knocked over the water. And I was like, what are you doing? I was afraid that the Admiral in there would be so upset about the other chickens being separated that he would try to get at them and get out. But he seems to be comfortable up on a perch inside. Looks like somebody laid an egg. Who laid an egg? Who laid an egg? Oh, I see 2 eggs in there. You busy girls, you. Now we just get somebody to come and get you, huh? Yes. Hi, girls. You're good girls. I know you're upset you're not with your flock, aren't you? Yes, I know. So there's 9 chickens in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, I am reducing my flock. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black Australorp hens and 1 black Australorp rooster, and I will incubate eggs for the next generation. Yay! So brought my bucket out here to gather eggs, but you guys just look so happy and comfortable. There's nothing bad going on out here. I know you're very upset you're not with your flock. I apologize. So I guess I will give a call. Try to give a call to the gentleman that was supposed to come today and get these. If he does not, or I cannot reach him, I may just have to bestow them upon my new friend, because she has apparently had some tragedy to her homestead, tornado. And we also offered her the old coop at the old homestead if he wants to, her husband wants to come and yank it all down and put it back together, or use the materials or whatever he wants to do to get himself a coop going. More power to him, you know. So we'll figure that all out. But everybody seems to be okay. I was worried there for a minute, but I don't think it's worth it to go in and get the eggs right at the moment. I'll wait a little while longer. But they laid a lot yesterday, and they don't lay every single day, not all of them, so I'm not concerned. I haven't even been out here to check and see if the floor dried well in the barn. Getting that done is a pretty big priority, because we want to get all of his tools back in and off where they can get wet and rusty, and all of this wood that I piled up over here out of the weather. Ooh, it looks pretty nice. What do you think, folks? Yeah, I think that last coat will be a winner. Yep. That might be tomorrow. It's a little too cold to be doing it today, so that will probably be tomorrow. And then maybe he can get the rest of his boards up. That'll be nice. One-handed. Oh, no. Oh, I did it. We are going to probably have to get some gravel and put around it. Because everything from up there rolls down here. Man, doesn't that look cool? You know what reminds me of that tree? Reminds me of that song, The Old Rugged Cross, one of my daddy's favorites. I'm not gonna sing it for you because that would just be more than anyone could handle. Here sits the trash can with the good soil I collected from my boxes before I took them apart. Ta-da! I've added ash. I've added manure. I've added all kinds of stuff in there. Would not be surprised if there are worms living there. But that's where it came off the trailer. That's where it sits. And this is all the stuff I took off the trailer. More construction materials. Yay! Because what's awesome is my new friend that I just made, she raises sheep. Awesome. But we're both in the market for pigs. So I'm researching it. She's researching it. Looking for somebody in our area. I've emailed one nice guy that I've dealt with before who has awesome pork and other things too. So here's to hoping that when the roofer comes by and sees my situation, he can come up with something. It won't cost an arm and a leg. But I suppose if it costs an arm and a leg, we'll just have to figure it out. Yep. All right, folks. We're taking a little stroll outside and everything's coming along. Got the hole in the carport for the attic, so that's good to go. We've been, oh, I'll show you the new lawnmower. How's that? We'll go see we'll visit the new lawnmower. So I decided not only am I going to be brooding my baby chicks in here, I meat birds and anything else, because I am going to be obviously mating and hatching in the incubator chicks to replace the layers. But here's the new ride, the triple bagger. Runs really good. That guy's just like bragging on the fact that he's like, oh, I put a fan on this, and I put a place for an umbrella back here. You can put an umbrella in the shade. And he was a character. He was truly a character. But yeah, lots of organizing to do. Got to get my plants started. So again, get that barn floor painted, get this stuff out of here so that I can have a place to do my plant starts, get my heat lights up to start my seedlings so I can get them in the ground. Chicks come in May, so I've got to get that prepped. I think I've decided to get either a silage tarp or a really heavy tarp and just put it over top of this questionable dirt. There were so many bits and baubles that were underneath here that I don't know what this is. If it is just dirt just getting wet, or if it is something that spilled, and I'm not going to have that contact with my animals, especially baby animals. So I'm going to put a barrier down, and then I'm going to, of course, I'll bring it up on the sides, and then I'll put my mulch in, or the little pine shavings for them. And I'm going to build a wall here. The side will be very high to block the drafts, and I might even put a lid on it, because I did order the plate warmers for them, and that'll be good because less risk of fire. I like that. And then I believe once we find our 8-year-old pigs until they're old enough to be out in the woods, we're going to section off another part of the barn as their little area, which will be great, because if we ended up getting sheep that were too small to go out on the grass, then we could also put them in here if need be. But there's a lot of work to be done, a lot of insulation to be cut away, wood to be cut back, that's touching the ground, which is no good. And like I said, organizing my little heart out, that's what God blessed me with, is the gift of organizing and making lists and ticking and checking off the boxes. I mean, hey, I got my ironing done. Tick. So, anyhow, thought you'd like seeing the new lawnmower. Sorry about that. And the sun seems to be kind of sort of trying to come out. That's cool. Gets depressing after a while, and it rains and rains and rains and rains. Can't wait to take y'all on that walk out there in the back in the woods. That'll be fun. I'll take you with us. It'll be the first time we've seen it. You might as well go with us. Anyway, golly, can't wait to build a greenhouse in my cottage garden. It's going to be out there by that pool because we kept all these bus windows. Yeah. Kept them bus windows. Those will work out real good. Well, lots of stuff to get organized and change and build and move and grow. You know, and that's one of my things. Like I named this, we named the channel in the beginning Tiny Monarch Homestead. Well, we named the house itself Tiny Monarch. But I've always loved monarchs. I had a teacher that let me be in charge of monarch butterflies. It was the thing she had in her classroom. And I've always loved them. Got a tattoo on my leg of them. But yet I've named now 2 homesteads with monarch in it. And I said to Carrie, I said, I got to do something about that. There's got to be more than just I love monarchs. So I thought, you know what? When I get that cottage garden going, and I get that greenhouse up, I'm going to surround that thing with as much milkweed as I can get my hands on. And then I'll reseed from it, and I will attract those monarch butterflies. Then I will truly be growing monarch homestead. That'll be cool. All right, guys. We're having breakfast for dinner tonight. I think it's going to be outside, hopefully. So, maybe we'll see you then. Hey, I got a little extra light. Pretty cool, right? And if I turn on this one, I don't know if that's any different, but more lights. So, Harry's running late. He had to go to Nashville with his boss. So, he is off to the hardware store and then he will be home. So we're having breakfast for dinner. So I went ahead and I took some Yukon Golds, just the 2 of us, and I shredded them with my shredder, and I put them between a couple paper towels to get as much moisture out as I could to make hash browns. So those are already here. I washed a dozen eggs and I have a bowl ready to make up some scrambled eggs. And a piece of steak that we had, or roast that we had used part of in the steak and kidney pie, is in the fridge. I will probably get that out to get it room temperature. So we're having steak and eggs and hash browns. Yum! So when he gets home, we'll fire up the propane, I guess, the Coleman, and be doing that. So we will talk to you later when dinner is done.
Since it's on. Hi GoPro. Hi y'all. Welcome to the Growing Monarch Homestead. Here we have dinner. Yes, I know, it looks like breakfast, but it is
I
dinner.
already told him that's what we're having. Scrambled eggs on the cast iron griddle, hash browns, some pear jelly. Thank you, Kim's mom. We're gonna try that. We broke out the last jar of jelly we had. So, I shall be seated. Ugh, you still can't see me, which is probably a good thing. Anyway. So, another day is done. Have a great one.
Bye.
Bye.